Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Billiard Network, the home of global pool on YouTube. My name is Imran Majid, aka the Maharaja, and I'm going to be hosting today's match, which was played this year at the last Eurotour event in Slovenia. And we have a semi-final match coming up. Alex Kazakis from Greece against Mohammad Soufi from Syria. It's a race to 9, it's an alternate break with the 9 ball on the spot. There we can see a nice view of the arena and the TV table. Always a very good setup at the Euro Tours. I do recommend any budding 9 ball players to give it a go if you want to mix it up with the best. The Euro Tours are ideal tournaments to play in. So rack number 1, Alex Kazakis, they call him Alexander the Great, to break. And what a lovely break-off shot to open up his campaign. Makes 3 balls on the break and has got an absolute sitter of a 3 ball to start the run out. Now I do detect that the 5 ball doesn't have an obvious pocket. What I would do is try and get straight in on the 4 to draw back for the 5 to the side. So probably play bottom right on the cue ball here, 5 o'clock maybe, and draw back 2.5 to 3 feet, play the 5 inside. Put a pretty nice stroke on that, but looks like he's underhit it a little bit. Looks like the natural tangent of the cue ball will go into the 9 ball. And may play this with topspin and actually use the 9 to hold position for the 6. Yep, and that's exactly what he did. Nicely negotiated. 7 o'clock on the cue ball here. Take your cue ball into the long rail. Try and get closer to the 8 ball. Alex, 30 years old, was a former European 10 ball champion, and in 2018 he was actually the world number 1. Alex sinks the 9 ball to go 1-0 up in this race to 9. Okay, we get a chance to see Soufi shoot. 28-year-old from Syria. Pretty good break, makes a ball, has got a shot on the 1, although it's not an easy shot, and to get position on the 2 is not a gimme either. I have played Soufi a couple of times. He's a fast and loose player, doesn't waste any time. Usually takes 1 or 2 warm-up strokes and fires the ball in. There you see his shot making skills. Nicely done. Does have a shot on the 2, but has put the 5 into an awkward position next to the 9 ball. So that's going to be a little problem for him to deal with later. Maybe the 5-9 presents a combination. We shall soon find out. So if he wants to play the 5-9, he's going to have to draw this cue ball right back down table. It looks like it's pretty set to me. Looks like he's playing with a high ball. Not sure why he elected to go that way, but he looked like to me he could draw that back to get down table. Doesn't look like the 5-9 is on unless he kicks at it. Might have to play a bank shot, or does have safety options. There, he was just sizing up the bank. No, he doesn't like it. Okay, he's going safe. 1, 2, 3, 4 rails behind the 7, maybe. 1, 2. Almost nearly scratched, but he's got some distance there. I think he'll settle for that. Alex faced with a long 5 ball, which is just off angle, and needs to put a good stroke on this one. Obviously Alex is a good shot maker. I fancy him to get this, or get close at least. And smooth as you like. Put a lovely stroke on that ball. Excellent shot. He'll be happy with that. Took a deep breath there. Probably play the 7 into the same pocket as the 6 ball. Can just draw across here. Now, has a couple of options here. Can either play 1 rail with a little bit of inside spin. When I say inside, I mean left hand spin. Or outside spin and come 2 rails between the 8 and 9. Looks like he's playing it with inside. Oh, and we've got to mark that down as an unforced error. Didn't want to catch the 8 ball. So probably just going to lay up behind the 9 and put Soufi in some trouble. A little bit careless there from Kazakis, not putting enough English on the ball. He had plenty of room to work with. Now Soufi may elect to tie up the 8 and 9 here to give Alex another problem, but it looks like a pretty easy safety shot can be played here. Yeah, stun the ball, stun the cue ball in behind the 9, send the 8 back down table. Want to hit just above center. You want the cue ball to hit the 8 and travel forward slightly. It did travel forward slightly, but not as much as he would have liked. He probably wanted an inch or 2 more on the cue ball there. But nevertheless, has got the snooker. I like kicking at this 2 rails at a slow speed to try and not give up a shot. Maybe dead weight nestle into the 8 ball. Priority here is to hit the ball, which he hasn't, and he'll be unhappy with that. Mohammad Soufi, usually a pretty good kicker of the ball, and this presents a glorious chance for Alex to extend his lead. Alex sinks the 9 to go up 2-0. Rack number 3, Alex to break. Another good break there. I've got to say that's one of Alex's strong points. when playing pool is his break-off shot. He very rarely plays a bad one. He usually makes a bunch of balls and controls the cue ball very well. I've got to say that's probably been the recipe to his success in recent times. He's got one of the best breaks on the Eurotour. I'm not sure how much of this 2-ball he can see, but the 3-ball doesn't have an obvious pocket. Maybe goes past the 7 into the corner. Okay, he elected to draw into the 3-ball. I'm not sure if I would have played it like that. Probably would have tried to get position on it and play it past the 7. If you don't get good position, you can always snooker behind the 9. Anyway, he's probably going to try and play safety here. 3-ball, bank it back down table by the 7. Cue ball behind the 9-ball. Looks like to me that that was a massive deceleration, and maybe he's given up a shot here. Yeah, it looks like to me Soufi can just get through to this ball, and if he can, I fancy him to make this. He's a good shot maker. Yeah, nicely done. Probably played the 5 into the same pocket here. Just sensible striking would do there. Not sure if he wanted to catch the 8-ball, but still is in prime position. Doesn't waste any time, like I said. Just 1 or 2 strokes, then fires. Bottom right on the cue ball there, probably 5 o'clock. Now it looks like he can go into the long rail with a bit of English to get closer to his work. Yep, he's fast and loose. Soufi gets his first point on the board, currently trailing 2-1. Soufi to break. Rack number 4, and what a lovely break. Makes 2 balls. The 1 went in the side, 4 in the corner. And a lovely shot on the 2-ball, can just draw this back. And we'll probably draw this back again for the 5. No real problems in this rack. He looks favourite to tie up the match here. And in no time at all, it's 2-2. I do apologise for the repeat showings. We received the content like this, so there's not much we can do about that. So we're watching him pot the last 2 balls of rack number 4 again. Maybe that was the highlight of the rack, I'm not sure. Anyway, rack number 5, Alexander the Great to crack 'em. And another nice break if that 4-ball gets out the way. It looks like it has. He's got a nice shot on this 1-ball. Not easy to get on the 2 ball here, and the 3 doesn't have an obvious pocket at first glance. Looks to be pretty straight on this one, so may elect to draw right back to where he's standing for a shot on the 2. Can he pinch the pocket a little bit, or is he drawing straight back? Yes, it looks like it. Needs to put a good stroke on this. Got to mind out for the 6 ball. That's very nicely done. Now the 3 ball only goes in the side pocket, so he's got to be quite precise with his position here. Actually goes in the corner as well, past the 4. Doesn't look like he's got there. Maybe playing it in the corner past the 4 was the wiser decision, and he wasn't flirting with any traffic. Yeah, and he looks up to the skies, furious with himself there. 1 rail kick. Played the kick well. Where's the cue ball going? Oh, lucky for him, it stayed up. Soufi's thinking, what did I do to deserve that? Cue ball was nearly going to scratch. It's just gravity that kept it up. May need to use a lot of right hand spin here. Almost 3 tips. And what a great shot. Nicely executed. Got the perfect amount of spin on the cue ball there. Has left a shot. It's a little bit tricky. It's what we call a blind pocket in snooker. It's a cutback. Probably playing with some bottom right. Probably 5 o'clock on the cue ball. Draw his cue ball across, hit the long rail. And he's played that nicely. Doesn't want to be elevated over the 5. Yeah, could have played that with a little bit more conviction, I think, and got his cue ball away from the 5. Kind of half-heartedly played that, if you like. Does have a shot on this ball, but it's not easy, and position would be the hardest part. Yeah, see, he was elevated there and he got some unintentional spin on the cue ball, which made him miss the pot. So looks like he's got Soufi again. He's getting the best of the roll so far, is Alex, but it is nature of the beast. What a great kick shot that is. Does he hit a rail? Oh my god. Didn't hit a rail, and he executed that shot so well and didn't really deserve what he's going to get now. That 9 ball nearly hit the rail, and it's like half an inch away. That was rather unfortunate, I have to say. To create an angle here on the 8 ball to get good position on the 9. Probably center table here, so you could float around 3 or 4 rails here for position on the 9. Depending on what kind of angle he's got, he could punch it round or play it 1 rail with topspin Looks like he's going to punch it around using 5 o'clock on the cue ball. Yeah, that was the more confident way to play the shot. Can let your stroke go. Gotta say, Alex was a lucky boy in this rack. Goes up 3-2. Rack number 6, sorry. Mohammad Soufi to break. And a nice break there too. Makes 3 balls. Doesn't get a shot on the 2. Now, things are not going Soufi's way at the moment in this particular match. Was very unlucky in the last rack. Played a good kick shot, but made a foul. Is he cross-banking it? No, was sizing up the cross-bank, I think. Maybe he feels it's a double kiss, and I think it might be a little double kiss as well. Not sure. If not, okay, it wasn't a double kiss. He played that very well. Nicely done. Has got a cutback on the 3. Cue ball will be careering into the 9. Looks like to me the 9 ball won't be far away if he pots the 3. Could make both balls in this shot. It's a 2-in-1 shot. Okay, he drew it. Tried to get away from the 9 ball. He obviously felt that he couldn't pot the 9 from there. Oh, faced with a tough shot here. How are you feeling, Soufi? Is he feeling good? He's going to go for it, and he did go for it. And it's his turn to get a bit of luck. Yeah, and he deserves that after the couple of rolls Alex got. He is an attacking player. He doesn't like to play safe too much. I know that from experience playing him. Alex faced with a 1-rail kick. Looks like he has to hope for a little bit of luck here. It's nothing much here. And he made the ball. Wow, what an amazing kick shot. He makes the ball and scratches at the same time. And that was very unlucky. Yeah, like I said, part and parcel of the game. We get unlucky, we get lucky. And we just have to ride with it. So it's rack number 7. We have Alex to break. Currently tied at 3-3. Let's see if Alex can emulate his first break of the match, which was an absolute perler. Well, that's a nice break too. Makes the 1 in the side and a nice opening shot on the 2 ball. It's got a little angle going into the long rail, so it's going to punch it with 4 o'clock on the cue ball. Try and get nearer to the 3 ball. Okay, it has the option to stun out 1 rail, or you can use 2 rails, which is a more confident stroke. Long rail for position for the 4 ball in the opposite pocket, just like that. That's pretty good. Now it has a lovely 2 rail positional shot to get the cue ball back into the middle of the table for the 5 ball. Okay, looks like he's drawing. Bottom right on the cue ball. Oh, and he missed it. Wow, I didn't expect that. But we're all human. And he just probably took his eye off the object ball, maybe. Just a little lapse of concentration. Don't forget, these guys have been playing all day to get to the semi-final. Probably started like 9 or 10 a.m. and here we are in the semi-final at 4 or 5 p.m. in the afternoon. They've played a lot of matches, so maintaining focus and concentration is not easy. Okay, nice positional shot. Can just draw his cue ball back a couple of inches for the 6 ball. It's got a nice big window there. Doesn't want to get behind the 7. He's okay. Chose to go 2 rails there. Played the 7 ball with bottom right hand spin. As you can see, he's fast and loose. He's up 4-3. Mohammad Soufi to break in rack number 8. Oh, very nearly scratched there. Was rather fortunate to keep the cue ball on the table. It looked like he drew his cue ball right into the side pocket. Maybe he has a kick shot here where he can play rail first with a lot of right hand spin behind the 8 ball. I'm not sure if that's available from my camera angle, but it definitely would be a shot I would consider. He does have push-out options, but it's not easy to push out because the 1 ball is hanging over the corner pocket and could present an easy kick as well. Like, he's pushed out okay. He's cut out the kick shot going to the short rail, but he can kick at this long rail and try and make the 1 ball quite easily. Ideally, you want to hit this 2 rails. Get the long rail and then a piece of the short rail and pocket the 1, because that way you'll have position for the 2 ball. If you hit this 1 directly, the cue ball's either going to scratch or stay there, so it needs to catch that rail. Okay, he missed it. He missed it in trying to catch that 2nd rail, which was a little bit tricky, but I would have expected Alex to get that. And presents golden opportunity for Soufi to extend his advantage. And just roll this forward, centre ball, play the 3 in the corner. Okay, he went side pocket. It's not easy to commentate on Mohammad Soufi. He's quite quick and doesn't sort of play your textbook shots, I would say. That's a nice positional shot, close to the 5 ball. Wants to maintain an angle on the 8 ball to get to the 9. You could play this 2 ways, either 2 rails or 1 rail. It's preference really. Okay, he played 1 rail with outside spin. Not everybody would play that shot that way. But good run out to extend his advantage. Goes up 5-3. Rack number 9, Kazakis to break. Needs to get a move on. Boy, does he come with a great break. That's a trademark Alex Kazakis break. Yeah, like I said before, he's one of the best breakers on tour, especially with the cut break. Lovely opening shot on the 2, and 3 is in a good position too, and a nice lay of the land to start his comeback campaign. Does have an angle here, so can probably punch round 2 rails. Bottom right on the cue ball, 5 o'clock on the cue ball. Looks like he's under hit that a little bit. Oh, a lot of it actually, and there you see he's not happy with himself. I don't think this is actually that bad because he can stun by the 8 ball and use 2 rails to get back into middle of the table, somewhere where his cue ball is now actually. Taking his time, checking his angles. That's what top players do. Bottom right on the cue ball, 5 o'clock. And that's pretty good. I'm not sure if he can miss the 9 ball. If he can, it's not a problem, but if he catches a piece of the 9 ball, okay, he could miss that. Yeah, he would have lost position if he caught a piece of the 9 ball. This is a nice 2 rail positional shot. Bottom right on the cue ball again, 5 o'clock. 2 rails into the middle of the table for a elementary 9 ball. (5-4) to Soufi. Rack number 10, Soufi to break. Currently leading 5-4. Pretty good break, but lost the cue ball. Had some draw on that cue ball, and didn't keep it central, which is what you want to ideally do. Does have a good look at this too. I don't think he can make the ball. Is he trying a bank? Cross corner, long. Looks like it to me. Because if he draws his cue ball back slightly, he will have cover. There you go. Just like that. That was quite an intelligent shot. He's quite unlucky to have the 2 ball leaking out really and leave Alex a shot. So I don't blame Soufi for going for that bank, because he did have a wall of balls to cover if he missed. It was worth it. It was value taking on that 2 ball bank, I guess. Has given up a shot though to Alex. Yeah, used the 9 ball to retain position, but it's gone wrong, so he'll probably just roll up behind the 9. Simple but effective. It does have a bank on as well, maybe past the 6. No, he's going to roll up, yeah. Smart play. If you get ball in hand here, it's an easy 3-9 combination. Well, I say easy, but it's not a dead hanger, if you like. It does have to make it slightly, but shouldn't be a problem at all. And there you have it. The former world #1 ties up the match at 5-5. He's staying alive. Rack number 11, Kazakis to break. They call him Alexander the Great. And that's a nice break too, making the 1 ball in the side. And cue ball pretty central. Does have a shot on this 2 ball. The table does look a bit messy towards the 9 ball area, but they all have available pockets. Probably needs to get pretty straight on this 3 ball, bottom right on the cue ball. Using 2 rails coming into the line of the shot. Now it looks like to me he can just roll this 3 ball forward and play the 4 in the opposite pocket. You see a good view of Alex's closed bridge. Keeps the cue ball more on line. When you close your bridge, it's always a good idea. So I can probably stun one or 2 rails, play the 5 in the same pocket. Looks like he's stunning 3 o'clock on the cue ball, 5 in the same pocket. Can use the 9 ball to hold now, to retain position for the 6. Got to be careful on this. Want to catch the 9 ball pretty full so you don't lose the cue ball. Yeah, perfectly done. Okay, he's going forward, so he'll play 11 o'clock on the cue ball and float forward 2 rails. And can probably stun into the long rail. Maybe a touch of right-hand English. 3 o'clock on the cue ball. Okay, he's pretty straight, so can probably just draw this back to somewhere where his hand is and take the 9 in the corner. See, I didn't like the way he played that. Why play position when you already have it? There's that great saying, there was no need to play for the 9 ball in the side. He very nearly pushed the 9 ball safe there. He did have a shot in the corner, but he's okay, he survived. Does have a cut shot on the 9. And Alex takes the 9 ball to go 1 rack up. 6-5, he was trailing by 2 racks. Okay, Mohammad Soufi to break. Needs to sort out his break, and that's an excellent break. That is actually a textbook break. Cue ball central, nice shot on the 2. Doesn't have an obvious pocket for the 3 ball, so needs to negotiate a good positional shot here. And uh-oh, the 9 ball's gonna get him. Yeah, it looks like he's snookered, or at least partially. Maybe he can catch a piece. Yeah, it was quite an intricate shot that, to get position on the 3 ball there. Had to be very precise. Now he'll have to play some kind of containing shot. Can't really attack here. Sometimes even leaving long and straight is good enough. Try and get some distance between the balls. Okay, he's used the 8 to cover the 3 ball into the pocket. So that's a pretty good shot, contains the situation. Alex is probably going to play a safety shot. To me, it looks like he can bank the 3 ball between the 5 and 9 and send it back down table and use the wall of balls for cover. Or he can thin snick the 3 ball and send the cue ball back round towards the 6 ball. That's what he's doing. Yeah, nicely done. And great speed control on the 3. This is a good shot. One rail kick looks like the most prudent play to me. Just by the 5. Oh, obviously you could see a piece of the 3 and went for the cut shot, which was a little bit erratic, I think, at this stage in the match. Did have other options. He's given Alex a nice chance here. If Alex gets on the 6 ball, he should be out. Bottom right on the cue ball there to get closer to the 5. Not sure if he wanted this angle. Looks like he's going, the natural tangent of the cue ball is going towards the 9. Okay, he thought he could make the 9 as well, and wasn't far away. But now has got a thin cut on the 6 ball, and to maintain position on the 7, he needs to go around the world and back. Okay, the line doesn't look very good and the speed doesn't look good either, so he's going to be forced into a safety, you would have thought, unless he wants to bank it. Yeah, 3 rails behind the 8 ball. One, two, 3. Would have probably liked to catch the 4th one. But that contains the situation. Good shot by Alex. Now, if I know Mohammad Soufi, he's going to fire at this bank. He doesn't shy away, and he likes to go for his shots. I think straight back where he's standing is going to be his shot. Yeah, there you go. It looks good. Looks good. Ooh, wow. I thought that was in. It looked pretty good all the way. Just millimeters away. And Alex takes a big sigh of relief there. It could have been 6-6 quite easily. Bottom right on the cue ball. 5 o'clock, play the 8 ball in the same pocket. We'll play the 9 in the same pocket, straight top on the cue ball. Alex Kazakis must be a very relieved man. Goes up 7-5. Rack number 13, Kazakis to break. Winning 7-5 in this race to 9. Nice break there. Made a couple of balls, one inside, and looks like he's got a shot on the 2. It's close. Yeah, looks like he's dressing up for the shot. Yeah, nicely done. It's all a product of his good break-off shot. And once again. Now can just draw this 3-ball back and play the 5 in the same pocket. And he'll have a lovely 2-rail positional angle to get into the middle of the table on the 5-ball. So you can attack the 6. There you have it. Nice 2-rail positional shot coming up. So some right hand spin here, probably 3 o'clock on the cue ball, maybe a bit lower, 4 o'clock on the cue ball. Yeah, see the right hand spin taking effect, and nice position on the 6. Can stun over to the long rail now and play the 7 in the side pocket. He's just have a look at that. And these are worrying times for Soufi. This will put Alex on the hill, and he'll book his place in the final of the Eurotour. Taking his time, and rightly so, because it's an important rack in the grand scheme of things. If you go up 8-5 in a race to 9 with an alternate break format, you become a strong favourite. And probably just stun over and play the 8-ball in the side, or use a little bit of topspin. Yeah, that looks just about perfect. Alex, part of the Predator team. There you see his Revo shaft and cue. Recently joined this year. Welcome to the team, pal. Kazakis puts himself on the hill and goes up 8-5. Mohammad Soufi to break. Needs to at least get a couple of break and runs when he's got his break-off shot. And that looks like a dry one. That's not good at all. And although the cue ball is very close to the 1 ball, he can make it into the corner pocket. You want to err on the side of the long rail here when potting this 1 ball, because it makes the pocket a little bit bigger. You don't want to catch it thick. You want to catch it thin, if anything. You will have natural position for the 2 and bounce on and off. See how he caught a little bit of the long rail there, and that was smart play, made the pocket much bigger. Now, doesn't have to do anything flamboyant here, just stay down and make this ball. You will have position for the 3. Keeping your head still is key here. Stay down till the ball's in the pocket. Nicely executed. Now can just play a 1-rail positional shot, I would have thought, and get position for the 4 in the same pocket, and try and create a half ball angle on the 4 so you can get to the 6. So you're always thinking shots ahead when running out. So he's got a nice half ball angle on the 4 to get to the 6. So anywhere around the side pocket where he's standing, he'll be okay for the 6 ball. $3 on the cue ball. There you see a perfect picture of Alex's Q-tip position. Slightly under hit that. Now has to negotiate the gap between 8 and 9 to maintain position for the 7. Probably wanted to travel 3 or 4 inches more there on the cue ball, but he should be okay. He's a good shot maker. That was centre ball, well, bottom centre. No need for any spin there. Looks like he can just stun out, play the 8 in the opposite corner. Yeah, and this is looks like it's over, folks. Alex has played solid. Congratulations to him, moving on to the final. Commiserations to Mohammad Soufi, put up a good fight, got to the semi-final of the Eurotour. This is a great achievement. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Imran Majid, signing out. Ciao for now.